Honourable members, honourable members, please have a seat. Have a seat. We're all aware about how it is, and we are all mindful of it, and we have to be extra cautious and extra careful going forward for each member of parliament, including those who are coming in and going out with the appropriate protocol. I agree with you. We should maintain protocol in the House, and the same and the dignity of the House should be maintained. I agree with you. Thank you. We'll go to the next speaker, Srimati Rekha Sharma ji, please.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Chairman, sir. I rise to support the Indian Port Bill 2025, a landmark reform that will redefine the legislative framework of our maritime sector and prepare India for global leadership in this century. Sir, why this port is needed, I would like to speak on this. Our ports have long been governed by Indian Port Act, which is more than 100-year-old, and it was drafted at a time when Indian's port handled only 21 million tons of cargo. But today, our major ports handle 255 million tons. So a long, big gap in this. A 28-fold leap is there now. Clearly, a statute written more than a century ago can't serve the need of 4 trillion economy, a dynamic global trade environment. So what the old bill lagged was the previous bill was very for long-term. It wasn't for long-term planning and for on real-time data. There was no real-time data also there. Environment safeguards were not there, and the global treaties were not taken care for. Emergency and disaster protocol also was not there, and modern dispute resolution mechanism was also not in the previous bill. So now it is evident that we needed a framework, a forward-looking framework that matches global practice. India's progress in the last decade is huge, and that's why we needed this change, and that's why the government thought of this new bill. Under the visionary leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable Modi, our ports have transformed. Cargo handling at major ports have jumped from 581 million ton in 2014-15 to 855 million ton, which is a huge jump. Port capacity has expanded by 87% in the last decade. Turnaround time for the ship has reduced from 4 days earlier, and now it is only 48 hours, which is the difference is 48%. We have improved in the turnaround time also. Under Sagarmala, 272 projects worth 1.41 lakh crore have been completed, creating modern jetties, ferry terminals and corridors. So coastal shipping has grown by 118%, again a huge jump, while cargo movement on inland waterways has surged by 700%. 9 Indian ports now feature in World Bank's global ranking, with Visakhapatnam is now number 19 and Mudra Port is on number 27. This growth shows our potential, but also highlights why an outdated 1908 law is wholly inadequate for today's realities. So what are the key reforms in today's bill is that first is this consultative federalism. It establishes the Maritime State Development Council with members from both center and state to enable integrated planning for all the ports. State maritime boards, states are empowered to create boards with uniform administrative power for effective governance. Dispute resolution committee, sector-specific time-bound mechanism at state level with appeal to high courts. Environment safeguards, compliance with the MARPOL and blast water management convention, mandatory waste reception facilities, and pollution control plans. Safety and security is better in this bill. Every port must have emergency response and disaster management plans. Compliance with international ship and port facility security code is ensured. So, sir, new technology and transparency is also there in this bill. We have modern penalties, old provisions deleted, penalties rationalized, and many offences decriminalized for ease of doing business. We have also inculcated global best practices in this new bill, like Singapore and South Africa. We are planning is guided by Center Export Body, which our MSDC, which is Maritime State Development Council. Like Europe, India will now enforce strict pollution control and waste management norms. Like Rotterdam, Singapore, and Sri Lanka, ports will publish tariffs online, and it will also ensure
Let's get
transparency.
onto the seats, please.
Like United States and Europe,
honourable members,
every port will prepare for emergency with clear safety protocol. Sir, I will conclude by saying that this bill replaces museum piece legislation with modern, competitive, and investor-friendly framework. It embodies the vision of maritime Amrit Kal, preparing India to emerge as a global maritime leader. And I would also like to thank Prime Minister Modi for making Indian laws ready for the Viksit Bharat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.